Hi everyone, my name's Michelle and Mama Loves You GB. This is the 13th of December. We are still in FlossMas. Tired today. I didn't get a very good night's sleep last night. So yeah, just tired. It just stays with you all through the day, doesn't it, if you don't get a good night's sleep? So I'm filming this video. I'm going to do a little bit of stitching, and if I'm not in bed by 10 o'clock or 9:30, then I'm a fool only to myself. I do like to stay up a bit late though. I love that period of time, just when everybody else has gone to bed and the house is nice and quiet. But it doesn't do me any good in the day. Right, I have got quite a bit to share with you today, actually, considering these are only little floss tube videos. I've got my stitching that I've done. I've got a little bit of haul. I've had a couple of Christmas cards as well. I've got some plans, some things that have been just sort of pecking in my head for the last few days that I think I might want to make a focus in January. And past stitching, advent calendars, all that good stuff. So let's get a start with, obviously, where we've been starting the last few times is, are you in here? Yes you are. How silly. The advent calendar, and I put in the thread from yesterday and it's at the bottom, and it's kind of like a pinky peachy brown, which looks fab there. Now I have to say, it's not a colour that I would necessarily gravitate to myself. I don't know, I never know what to do with like pinky peachy browns, but it looks fab there, and I'll be interested to see what other colours are going to come along and balance with that. What's everybody else planning on doing with theirs? Framing it or what? Any ideas? Gratefully received. And I also did just a little bit of work on my O Tannenbaum as well. And it really was just a couple of bits of thread, and it was on this block here, which is Oh Christmas Tree, Oh Christmas Tree. I literally just filled in a little bit of this house, but there's really not much more to it. There's a little bird up there, there's a few trees down here, so there's not much more to that block. Am I going to get the whole thing finished before Christmas? Unlikely, but it's started and it's on the way, which is the main thing. So let's start off by opening. I'm going to start off by opening this one because it's sat in the way. I'm going to break with a little bit of tradition. So it is the 13th today. I've got a little bit cocky by not finding my doors before the video. Hopefully there won't have to be a pause in proceedings. There we go. So we're on this bit here. It's up here in this corner here. Now, just take a look at this shop. Just occurred to me, if you had a stitchy room like that, with that number of cupboards and cubby holes and counter space, wouldn't it look amazing? I am always in awe of people who have a proper stitchy room to decorate and to keep all their stitchy stuff in it. Mine I like to spread in an even layer around the house as far as I can work out, but I would love, oh, it would be a dream come true. Keep playing the lottery, Michelle, keep playing the lottery. So we've got a lovely bear today, a nice proper old-fashioned bear. I'm going to pop that one down there. Right, let's have a little look at past finish. So this is another Teresa Koga. I have loved the Teresa Koga Patreon this year. I have really enjoyed it. And I've stitched a few things and I've got plenty more to stitch. And I think this was called A Stitcher's Garden. I think it was called A Stitcher's Garden. I've got a couple of bits to finish on where the hoops are hanging down, but I didn't want to do that until I'd quite decided how I was going to finish it. I've got a mind to make this one and the one I showed you yesterday, which just happens to be here, into little flat bottom pouches so that I can keep things in them but a flat bottom pouch will stand on a shelf as well. So I could have on my ladder there like a whole row of flat bottom pouches that kind of stand on their own, but also are useful and don't require a frame and space on the wall, because that's what I'm really struggling with at the moment, is frames and spaces on the wall. So I'd like to think I could pick that up over Christmas, how to make a flat bottomed pouch. I've seen plenty of tutorials. I just need to get the sewing machine out and have a go with it. But I'm thinking flat bottomed pouches. Right, let's have a little look at number 13 then. Have a little feel along. And see what we have got. Oh, ooh, look at that thread. Well, you can't look at it because I haven't thrown it to you yet. I will in a minute though. I wish I could play the lute. Alas, I do not. But I did record a song for you today. Check it out on my YouTube channel. Well, I can't play anything and I can't carry a tune in a tin bucket. So if you're looking for a floss tuber with any kind of musical ability, it's not me. Go to Jacob. Ooh. Oh, we've got some twirly bits going on in the middle. So in the middle there, twirly bits above where the date should be that I haven't got around to stitching yet. And I think that is it. But would you just look at this floss? This is called pom-poms. Ooh, that is super variegated. Look at that. Love, love, love that. Cannot wait. So that is going to be, come on Michelle, organise yourself. That is going to be sort of around there. So come tomorrow, you'll have it to see. Let's not lose that needle. So I had a couple of lovely Christmas cards. This little robin from Sue. And this lovely church one from Hazel. Now Hazel is a stalwart of the Stitch in London crew. So she's been to both the Stitch in Londons. That's where I first met her. So she sent me a Christmas card, and when she was at Stitch in London, she went round everybody asking whether they would like to swap Christmas cards. So that's my one from Hazel. So I'll have to dig out a lovely special card to send to Hazel. Right, let's have a look at the freebie actually. Now Silver Creek Samplers have just released this one, which I thought was really, really nice. It's perhaps just a little bit religious for my tastes, but I can see why a lot of people would really like it. Peace on earth, 2 traditions, 1 prayer. So that's available on their website. It's literally the first thing that comes up. You don't even have to go into any files or anything like that, but I will put the link down for it. And I need to go back and do, I think I've got another 1 or 2 days worth of links to do. I don't always get the time during the day. It's just literally, I film my floss tube, it uploads overnight. And then as soon as I get the chance during the day, I kind of release it. Hence why they're a little bit all over the place with various different timings and whether they've got all the links, but I'm trying to catch up and trying to make sure that they all go through. Okay, right. I said to you, I really fancied stitching this in December. So this would be a new start for me. This is Mrs. Campbell by Hands Across the Sea. And I do love it. I do love it. But the more I keep thinking about it, the more I keep thinking about maybe I should be working on something that I've already started and looking to get a finish on something I've already started. And there's 2-3 samplers that have really been kind of calling to me. So I've grabbed them out of my kind of huge giant whip box, which probably should tell me something about what I should choose to do. And they are, the first one is this one by Whilst Iris Naps. Oh, I forgot to add that one. I've got another one in here as well. This is Matilda Isabella Creasy. Now she's a big girl. She's a big girl. But Christina gifted me for my birthday a couple of years ago now, the threads for this. Now don't ask me what I'm stitching her on because I can't tell you. I would say it might even be a 38 count, but I'll have to look back in my information. So I've stitched that bit there. Doesn't she look fabulous? Doesn't she look fabulous? So that's where I've got to with Matilda Isabella Creasy. I'm sure this is a foxglove and lace linen, actually. I think. Feels like one. So there's that one. She's been calling to me as a potential one to sort of really focus on in January. These are all the threads. Let's just have a small fettle of those, but they are beautiful colours, all Weeks Dye Works. Got my ring bling on there, which is Elizabeth I. There we go. So there's those and that sampler that I really am getting a good calling for again. The other thing that's calling to me, something a little bit more modern, is this one. The Blue Flower Huckleberry Farm. I've loved this for a million years and I started it and I just didn't really stitch on it. So this is a piece of fabric that I dyed myself. And that's where I am on it. So not a massive way. And I actually stitched on this when I had COVID because the H has got the two little lines for COVID on it. So I did stitch on this while I had COVID and I love it. I love it, and I just don't know why I'm not getting around to stitching it. Now I think that's a 38 count as well, because I bought some 38 count and dyed quite a lot of it a wee while ago. That in there is a catastrophe. You wouldn't think in any way, shape or form that I'd started sort of like almost a worldwide stitching craze for floss drops, would you? The great floss drop trade. I got loads of them. I just need to do it. And then the other one that hadn't been calling to me, but when I went to the box to get those two, this one literally jumped out into my hands. And Chris bought me this again a couple of years ago. This is Forgery number 7, Sarah Davis, 1841, and she's a cardigan sampler. Now, I don't think there's too many cardigan samplers around. And I bought the kit for this one, or he bought me the kit for this one, should I say. And that's as far as I've got. It is an Amy Mitten one. I should have said that. So here's all the threads for it. And they're beautiful silk threads. And you stitch just using one thread. And this is a 32 count. And so, yeah, I really need to do a little bit more on those. So those 3 samplers really just jumped out at me. Literally launched themselves at me. Now, please don't think that I don't understand the irony of saying that I need to get on with those and then showing some haul. The irony is not lost on me at all. But before I do that, I'm going to open number 13. No clues on the box. Quite heavy. I wonder if it's another shampoo. Oh, it's not. I don't think it is anyway. Aveda Botanical Repair Bodybuilding Styling Cream. Again, generally speaking, my hair requires no additional body. That's all in that I can't read. Apply to damp hair, do not rinse, style as desired. I've never really styled my hair as I desire it. It just does what it does. And we've come to live with ourselves on that. Right, let's have a look at my purchases. Now, these all came from Jeff P. Smith on eBay, who is Trudy Ann Designs that you might see at the big stitching shows, things like that. So let's have a look and see what I got. I got this one, first of all, Père Noël. This was a chart from the Stitchy Ball thing, Jingle Ball, last year, and I didn't get it. Or at least I don't think I did. Maybe I should have looked in that folder before I ordered it. I don't think I did. But I really love it, and I've got some fabric of this colour, so that won't be too hard to do. And I think I'd probably do it in sulky as well. I'll do a sulky conversion for that one. And then I had to get Stacey Nash's 2 Christmas sausages. So Frankie and Finley, you've probably seen these about. So there's Frankie and there is Finley. And then this one has been in and out of my basket like a fiddler's elbow, but I just pulled the trigger on it this time. And this is Painted Flowers by Shakespeare's Peddler. And I just love that. I love the dark background. I love the colours, the oranges, the reds on it. It is fabulous. It's all DMC except for Weathered Barn and Corn Silk. So are they both Weeks Dye Works? No, Weeks Dye Works, Corn Silk, Weathered Barn, Gentle Arts. So I love that. Does it say how big it is? Well, it will do in there somewhere, but not, there we go. I would probably do it on a 16 count, I think, or an 18 count, well, 32 or 36. 13 inches by 4.5 is the smaller of the 2 sizes. It's going to be a nice long pillow. And that's it from me. I will see you tomorrow when hopefully I don't feel quite so tired as today, and I've got some more stitching to show you. Stay classy, stitchers.